Good day guys. I will explain this topic, criteria on damage stability. Damage stability refers to a ship's ability to remain stable and afloat after sustaining damage, such as hull breaches. This is critical for maritime safety and is governed by international regulation like SOLAS, International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea. Below are the key criteria for damage stability. Here is 1. Residual stability. The ship must retain sufficient positive righting arm after damage. Area under the GZ curve up to a specific heel angle must be above a minimum value, ensuring the ship can return to upright. And 2. Survivability conditions. The ship must remain afloat and upright after sustaining prescribed damage scenarios. The final equilibrium waterline must not submerge critical openings. 3. Margin line not submerged. In passenger ships, the margin line 76 mm below the bulkhead deck must not be submerged at final equilibrium. And 4. Compliance with prescribed damage scenarios. Ships must withstand a set of standard damage cases, side or bottom damage, defined by their class and type. These cases simulate realistic accident and must be analyzed in the damage stability booklet.
Number 6. Floatable length criteria. A measure of how much of the ship can be floated without sinking below a safety line, used in determining compartment subdivision. Number 7. Perceivability factors. To present how much of a compartment will the width applied in stability calculations. A 0.95 for machining space and 0.60 for passenger space. Number 8. Watertight integrity. Watertight bulkheads and doors must remain effective. Doors must meet closing and strength standards, especially if considered in damage scenarios. Number 9. Subdivision index for passenger ships. Ships must meet probabilistic damage stability standard using an index ER where E. Attained subdivision index, R. Required subdivision index. Number 10. Stability booklet. Ship must carry on approved damage stability booklet detailing compliance with the regulations.